It's your back porch commentators coming to you from somewhere in Missouri, where a firm handshake means more than your signature, and a cold drink can help solve almost any problem. That's what we're planning to do here, bring you along on our journey to the answers to life's questions. You'll get a few facts and a lot of opinions, but remember, we're probably intoxicated and definitely full of shit. So pull up a chair and settle in while we explore some of those most thought-provoking questions, like why is a man bun a thing?
Cheers,
Cheers,
fellas.
brothers.
Everybody rub nibbles.
Rub nibbles.
Rub
Oh,
nibbles.
yeah.
Oh, that's how we do it. They made that way on purpose.
Oh, we're not sipping it? Okay.
It's better than the
Old Glory.
Old Glory, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh.
That's good.
Ooh. I've never had a Mountain Dew shooter behind a pecan pie. Ooh,
Now you know how the Amish feel.
damn.
Nice.
Make your babies be born naked.
All right, well, welcome everybody. This is episode 4 of B&J on the podcast, and for episode 4, we've got a guest, longtime friend of Brent, and kind of longtime friend of mine, but much longer of Brent. You guys know each other about all your lives, haven't you?
Since diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diapers
So,
to diapers is the goal.
yeah.
That is.
Well, you're halfway there now, right?
Some of us are a little further than the other.
Earlier today.
Yeah, right, no shit.
So this week we're going to welcome Josh Gilbert into our circle here.
Hello, friends.
Beautiful. I'd like to start off with a little Memorial Day tribute. This is, the whole reason we were able to be here and do this shit and talk so freely on this porch and broadcast it out to all you is because of all the men and women who have fallen in the line, protecting what we can do. So salute to them, and we already did our shot, but cheers.
Cheers, yeah. Hoorah.
All right. And we mentioned last week Brent had a birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was in October.
Hey, we do have a listener.
Yeah, I'm turning 38 here tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So by the time this is
okay.
over, and the last half of shit that you edit out tonight will be my birthday.
Yeah. Indeed. Perfect. So 38 now. Well, looking at 40. Looking at 40. That's what 38 was for me anyway. I was like, oh shit, now it's here.
Well, and the thing is, like I was telling you last time, or a couple times ago, I had a really hard time with 30. And as I get older, like, it hasn't really been so bad. But I know 40 is encroaching. And that's going to be another hard one. Because, I mean, have you read the statistics on ED?
No, we usually go off what you tell me.
Okay, after 20...
It's not in my history.
Not yet. It's behind you. It's not in front of you.
Whoa.
It's in the private browsing.
So, after 25, your testosterone as a man actually starts to significantly decrease.
I have heard
18, it starts. 25, it's significant. 30, it's just like a third of what it used to be or some shit like that. By the time you're hitting 40, it is just... You're lucky you're not putting a basketball pump on the thing to work, from the way I understand it. So anyways, you're putting a basketball...
You got a phone call.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Right.
So you're putting a basketball pump on the thing to work, and that is not something that I'm... Like, I stopped taking cholesterol medicine because it said on the side it was like could cause weight gain, hair loss, erectile dysfunction, depression, and I'm like...
Wait.
If I'm fat... bald and my dick doesn't work, I'm
Kill
pretty
me
sure
now.
I know why I'm depressed, and it ain't the fucking medicine, So now that
Right.
40's encroaching, luckily I have, a penis that works just fine. If you need me to prove it, send your wives on over.
Wow.
Or your sister, or your mom, your grandma. Hell, if I get drunk enough.
We'll go back on the mom subject here in a bit.
Yeah, fuck you.
Speaking of...
So... but yeah, no, it's and Josh is actually the youngest here.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, John's
forget
the
that
oldest.
sometimes.
Yeah, I'm the ugly middle child. That's why I'm like, hey, look at me, everybody, because John's the oldest, and Josh is the baby here. But
it's not the years; it's the mileage.
right.
I mean, have you seen this
you-
face?
I've seen
Shit,
a
in
lot
that
of
case,
you.
I'm the youngest.
I've seen a lot of you, and all of it dangles like it's old.
Oh, there we
wow.
go.
There you go.
You know, I'm not saying Josh has put on some mileage. I'm just saying that when he sleeps naked and gets up in the morning, the first thump you hear is usually him falling over his own nutsack. I'm not
I got a little extra baggage. What can I say?
emotionally or.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So how did this get to my balls? I mean,
Well, we went from my birthday to your ball, so that just seems
Deflecting. Deflecting.
fitting,
it's an
fitting.
emotional deflection. No, I think everybody, you know, it's a blessing for all of us to get older. As men, we have to just appreciate the fact that 2 generations ago, I mean, men our age had at least one heart attack by now. They were smoking Camels and drinking whiskey, and it is what it is. And
That's why I
And
smoke
here we-
American spirits.
And here we are.
All natural cigarettes.
because either way, with American Spirits, I'm gonna finish.
Got it in early this time.
Yeah, I got it in here.
Didn't want to forget.
But no, I think all of you know, my grandpa had a heart attack. My first, you know, one of them had a heart attack at 37, one at 42. When did yours have?
Really?
Did yours have a heart attack ever?
No, none of them have had heart attacks. Grandpa Evan, he developed cancer, before his 60th birthday,
Right.
and then Grandpa Gilbert, just old age and missing Grandma, I think.
Well, yeah, he was ready. John, what about you?
Had one grandpa with was the aneurysm and blood clots in his legs, and he died at 72. Other grandpa had Parkinson's, and he died at 76.
So
Yeah.
I got pretty average median age then. But I don't know how we went from an introduction to this. But thank you for the birthday wishes. Please send all titty pictures to, what is it?
bjontheRocks@gmail.com.
All titty pictures will be appreciated and thoroughly laminated by me personally, and I will sign and return those. Or if you feel like sending panties, those will also work. I'm not big on the coronavirus thing, but I will wear them as a mask while I'm in the house.
Yeah.
I think that's fitting. I mean, right? It just kind of flowed. Sounded
Yeah,
good. So,
I think I've seen you do that before. Pre-corona.
right. It was your mom's.
Are they pretty sticky, so they stick to your face like that already?
That's how my beard stays so peel and stick.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
And you think I use product on this damn thing?
I think you use product on that thing because you remember the night that he hasn't stayed here for almost a year. And
Wow.
I'm pretty sure it's because the last time he stayed here, he slept in my son's bed, and I snuck in with my Snapchat going and placed my dick right next
I
to his
remember that.
face. I was like, "Psst, Josh!" And he rolls over like,
Ah,
"Ah!" Like Eddie Murphy, 1983
Oh,
on
yeah.
stage scream.
Yeah.
Like, it was
now,
worth it.
sorry, I cut off the Snapchat before your reaction, so I don't know what the reaction was at the time. So it's nice to see that's what it was, because I was like, wait, as soon as I saw Dick, I was like, nope.
Right.
I do not have enough JPEGs to download this. That's what I'm telling myself you said. So,
What are we drinking tonight, boys?
well, Josh was very kind and brought up, we've got 2 bottles. Josh brought up a bottle of Revel Stoke roasted pecan flavored whiskey. Now, this is not Florida Georgia line,
Yeah.
ballsack sweat
Yeah,
whiskey. This
yeah.
is, I mean, I'd like to bake a pie with this thing and then, get just as drunk as possible. And then, John, you brought a very nice bottle of,
Yeah.
well, you go ahead and do the honors.
All right.
Sure.
Well, this is the Boulevard Brewery, the Smokestack series that they do. This is the Bourbon Barrel Quad from 2013. This was given to me by a friend for doing some work for him, and he had been saving it for a few years, and I saved it for a few more years, and here we are. I'm going to celebrate our 1-month anniversary of the podcast by breaking that shit open.
And there's nothing better for a bottle of liquor than to share it with friends. It's,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
agree.
for a few reasons. One, it's a bonding experience, and I am all about the bondage.
I believe that.
And the other thing is that's how it was meant. I mean, you know, it was meant to be, you know. Look at Jesus. He turned water into wine. It wasn't because he wanted to be a drunk. It was because he was like, yeah.
I need friends.
I'm going to share with some friends over here. Hey, bring the bottle. And the waitress was like, oh, man, I'm all out. And he was like, don't worry about it. I got this. And he dipped his uncircumcised penis in a bottle and turned it into wine. And that's
So he kind of sounded like an old Brooklyn Jew?
Well, Jesus was Jewish.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm not saying can we confirm that, John? He was a carpenter. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a carpenter.
He was Jewish.
So, but you know, I just figured that was fitting. Turning the circumcised penises into.
Need longer arms.
I need a lot of things.
Yeah.
Hold on, folks, we're getting a snap in.
Oh.
Somehow we'll all fit in there.
Looks
I
like
remember that night.
biting your head.
That picture will probably be on Facebook eventually. Y'all are welcome. And if you haven't, like, subscribe, hit the notification.
Fuck yes. We've also are on YouTube, working on getting all the episodes up there. Got a couple. That is another also B&J on the Rocks for YouTube, and Facebook B&J on the Rocks. Just search that, you'll find it everywhere you go. So we're everywhere. We're not hard to find.
I've been everywhere, man.
Fuck yeah, and I believe that shit.
Yeah, that's a random thought I had. Have you ever thought about the fact that if they had passports for vaginas, I mean, you would just be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, I need to see your passport.
Papers,
papers, papers." And you'd open it up and you'd be like, "Shit, 3 of my buddies have been here." And at that point, you'd have a decision to make. You'd be either like, "Well, if I remember right, the sites were good, and the economy was very cheap and friendly. I'm going." And you just mushroom stamp her passport and move on.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand,
Or
you'd
you
be like,
could say-
wait a second.
Yeah.
They got a discharge right here. I'm not writing this right.
Oh boy.
That would be great. What would the passport for your penis look like, Josh? Would that be in a book, or would that be like in a manifest, or would that be like a hardback?
It would actually.
scroll.
Have you seen one of those old? Yes, actually, a scroll. Yes, a scroll is the best description for that. I was going like with a curved Matterhorn or something.
To the right. To the right.
To the right, to the right. Everybody check to the name on the right.
Wow.
Shit.
Heard enough of that in my days.
Look at that motherfucker staring at us over there like, what are you dumb sons of bitches doing?
Hey.
That's the Clint Eastwood of toes. Get off my lawn!
I'm trying to piss.
Yeah. I've been over here for 3 days, which is the equivalent of 26 years.
And you just now saw me.
He's hollering at his buddy. Stay away from them. They'll give you genital warts.
Don't rub their penises, whatever they do.
Bottoms up.
If we don't get there yet, huh? Thanks, Josh.
Yes, absolutely.
That is delicious.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Tell me again how much you like that.
I like it.
At this rate, we're going to finish that off before we're done.
No shit. Just no needs to be puking off the end of the picnic table into a trash can or anything like that.
Right?
Because that's not good.
Well, okay, so here's a good story. There's a bar Josh and I frequent in Springfield. And it's a little hole in the wall. People are nice. And somehow
Good job.
they figured out how to, like, we drink all night. We can say good buzz, a nice even buzz. And somehow they figured out to feed us shots at 10 till closing time.
Ooh.
And it wastes me. I mean, and I guess I've made a name because I lost my cool over the trash can.
Cool's not the word for it. Cookies.
I was going to say, well, last week's worth of nutrition.
Oh man, it was Waffle House plus then some.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I lost it right over the end of the bar. I mean, like I was like the gap that the waitresses walk through and the bartenders. I was on the end cap, if you will, and they just slid the can over, and I proceeded to upchuck an old Michael Orey, and they caught it on the camera. And was like,
Oh, yeah.
who the hell was that? Because they didn't recognize me. So now that's my name is Mud.
It's like a anorexic 21-year-old's birthday party at the bar.
What was it, Goldschlager?
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, fucking Goldschlager. I don't. Who created Goldschlager? Like, who says let's not only get drunk, but let's put a mineral in our body? You know, like tomorrow morning you're gonna feel like crap, but when you shit gold flakes, you're gonna be happy about it. That's probably where your kidney stones came from. Is fucking Goldschlager. You're probably just mining gold out of your urethra.
Well, you know, I've been wanting to pan gold for so fucking long.
Yeah, you can pan it out of your underwear now. Is the problem?
Shitting 24 karat gold.
Yeah, the rappers be jealous of you,
Fuck
homie.
yeah.
Home slice, whatever. You know, and the thing about it is, I'm gonna go ahead and you can put this in the outtakes or something. The thing is about women. If you really look at it, men and women are designed to be together. I mean, I'm not talking about from a biblical standpoint. I'm talking about the way our minds work and everything. We're designed. The shitty part is accepting that the other person is a pain in the ass, no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. And like I said, some of us get really lucky, and your wife is a very nice, pleasant woman. I don't have any doubts. Everybody
We've been
has-
lucky.
Right.
I'll tell you.
We have not. These two over here on this side have not.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you know that being said,
I should have forwarded that chain letter.
You could have done so much
back
better.
in '62, I should have emailed that, but I was 8 and pubescent, and I
You could have been
didn't
a
know the
Persian
difference.
prince by now.
Right.
Instead, babies everywhere died. All because of you.
I think at this point in my life, though, with when it comes to women, it's just you accept the terms of an agreement. Like at your age, you got married, and it was based on love, and you've done the groundwork, you let it settle. You poured the foundation, you let it settle. You built the house, you've taken the time, you've done it right. Me, on the other hand, I was like, I'm going to throw this up. And then when it started selling, I was like, I'm going to sell this son of a bitch before it gets cracks in the walls. And Josh, I think he just traded off before the warranty came up. Like he was more of a leaser. Like I would invest and then sell
Then jump
before
out.
too many problems arose. You know, like I'm going to live here for 3 years and then I'm going to sell out when the property value's up. You know what I'm saying?
The second dip, you're out.
Right. And Josh is more of a leaser. He's like, I'm going to drive this for a while, and then when it comes time to replace the tires, I'm going to trade it up.
He's got a line. If it gets below this line,
Right.
That is the truth, too.
I don't think you ever put gas in one, have you?
Oh. I've topped her off many a times, boys. Many a times.
You're going to need a bigger nozzle for that. But, you know, once you get to an age like with you, you've accepted love, and that's great. With me, it's more like I just accept the terms of the lease, of the agreement, and make the payment until I decide it's time to move on to sunnier shores.
You better top me off there.
I'll top you off. I'll fill you till you spill out, you slut.
Oh, wow.
oh yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were your mother.
Speaking of
Speaking
that, I got to see your mother last night, actually.
You know, she's aging pretty good for 60.
She really is. I was really impressed.
it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you read this?
I did.
Online? On the thing?
I read it. Yeah, just. Oh no.
See,
Go ahead.
so this bottle of whiskey Josh brought, and you probably edited this together maybe, I don't know. Revelstoke, to the miners of life, purveyors of good times, celebrators of joke and laugh. It's time to think beyond serious. Beyond serious faces, straight faces, snarled lips. There's revelry to be had. Now we had this moment, wherever that moment may be. Let's stoke. Is that a weed thing?
I'll be stoking.
I'll be stoking. I put some cedar in, maybe some hedge post. This living room gonna stay warm. I've got an orgy to host. I'll be stoking. What do you think? What do you think, hillbillies? You know, city people can't be the first people to come up with swingers. There had to be some hillbilly orgies back in the day.
Oh,
The
yeah.
original
what
barn
do you
warming.
think? Well,
Yeah, right, right.
Get a lot of people together, get naked, and rub together.
you think hillbillies call foreplay barn warming? Hold on, baby, I'm just warming it up. Maybe Amish.
Friction.
Well, Samuel's, his cows got out last night. Oh, this weekend I went camping up here, and this weekend my girlfriend went camping down there. So she just got back in and wondering where the hell I'm at. I'll be down tomorrow. I'll leave out in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe not too early in the morning, but in the morning.
It'll be AM somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. So my plan was, leave today, get down there, rest up for tomorrow, and just chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's going to work a double, so I'm going to try to make it down there in time to maybe get her some coffee started and say my highs and goodbyes.
Oh, I thought you said save your hide.
That too. Well, I tell you what, I've got it made pretty good. She's a great girl. I can't complain a bit, because when I do, she doesn't listen. But, no, really, she's great. She has a 17-year-old daughter that is just absolutely great. We get along so good. Just graduated from high school,
Wow.
Graduated from middle college.
At 17.
At 17.
Wow.
Smart girl.
Congratulations.
And I just, I really lucked out because, you get into relationship times with kids that can be really hard, frustrating on both sides,
Oh, yeah.
And I'm lucked out. She's grade A in my books.
Yeah.
Great. Not grade A. Grade A is an egg. She's a good egg.
Or meat.
Or meat, yes. But no, edit that. Edit that.
Yeah, Burger King, it's a horse.
Yeah, that's right. Sonic is a mushroom, They went to all plant-based now.
Speaking of mushrooms and camping, we were talking about a festival down in Eureka Springs.
Oh, yes, the annual Hillberry. And we're not talking morel mushrooms either. But, that's a great time. Bluegrass and how things have changed over the years.
Right. I'm going to have to get down there one of these times.
It is an experience everyone needs. I think everyone should experience that one time in their life. I mean, you have the best of all worlds. You've got camping, you've got live music, you've got jam sessions, and you've got drugs. I'm not saying drugs are good. I'm not saying they're bad. They're mostly bad. But you got drugs.
But they enhance life.
They enhance life, and enhance music, and they make everyone so happy.
Yeah. Well, as we were talking on one of our other shows, if you think drugs are bad, go home and throw away all the albums, all the movies,
Mm-hmm.
all that great music that was made.
Right.
All those people really fucking high. Right?
Exactly.
And I think it was a Bill Hicks bit that he did. He's a comedian from the 80s and 90s, but died of pancreatic cancer, and he was ahead of his time, obviously. But
Right, yes. Overachiever.
yeah. It's not all bad, but you never hear the good drug story. You know?
Right. You always hear
It's
the
always
bad
some
ones.
fucking dumbass thinks they can fly.
Yeah, or stripping off naked, standing on top of the courthouse. I mean, not that I've done that, but it's
I was
happened.
there for that.
We're talking about drugs.
Oh. Have you heard
He's
Andy
like, I
Dick's
know.
song about drugs?
Who?
Andy Dick?
Who?
I've heard he's a dick.
I've heard he's a real douchebag. But he's got a song that, like, today is a good day for drugs.
Oh,
Look it up. It's good to listen. It's completely horrible. At the end, he talks, I don't know, some random shit. I don't know. Whatever. But it's really true. I mean, when you think about it, like, I've done some stupid shit on drugs, like, but as far as I ever went, I just went weed. John?
yeah, just
Can-
weed.
Just weed? I mean, I don't even know if you can talk about it. Josh, you want to go on this one?
Depending on what the statute of limitations are. No, I grew up kind of on the wild side, you could say, and I've tried a little bit of everything out there. To look at me, you see this guy in overalls and long beard, and you think, oh, that redneck son of a bitch, he just probably drinks a little moonshine. or-
Training.
I wouldn't go that far. But I don't know what he's doing later.
But you wouldn't, but you wouldn't stop either.
Yeah, I wouldn't stop either. Choo choo! But no, I've dabbled around here or there, and it's It's fun. It's fun. You know, I think there's a lot of people that get caught up in that shit and have a lot of problems in life.
Right.
But you know, a little dabble in here, a little dabble do you?
Recreational.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
but
and here's
we-
my thing. Now, I'm just, and the thing is it's not that I wouldn't. You know, I've always thought, well, okay, so until a few years ago, I thought, okay, shrooms are bad. All
Right.
that shit's bad. LSD's bad. All
I
this
love to
bad.
try shrooms.
You know, hallucinogens bad.
Bad, very bad.
And then I started
Bad
listening to
boys
people
lying.
actually talk about it. They've actually done it. You never hear the good drug stories about, you know, finding out that you're one with the universe and we're all connected and, you know,
I slept great.
Right.
Even that.
and it's like, holy shit, okay. Well, it's not that I haven't, it's just the opportunity hasn't been there.
Right.
I'll tell you, if I ever do, though, it's going to be because we talked about in the last one, my creativity has gone down immensely, and it's just like fucking almost gone. And I would, at this point, I would almost dabble just to find it again. Where's my muse?
Well, I can tell you, you'll have creativity. I mean, I was talking in tongues. I was just.
See, and here's
Well, I want
my
other people to
thing.
understand it.
You're right.
Well, they're on the same shit you are, so they
Well,
will.
there you go.
Have a notebook.
Yeah,
Make a
right.
notebook. Here's my thing. I've had like heart issues since I was younger, right?
Yeah.
Like palpitations, been hooked up to the recorder and shit. Now I'm worried as I've gotten older, fatter, and completely out of shape. If I did something like ecstasy, I'd have a rock hard penis and die. And then I wouldn't remember the best orgy ever because 3 girls would ride my dick like a carousel, and I'd be like, you know, like, I don't know. Is it worth it?
If you're dead, you wouldn't remember it anyway.
It'd be a hell of a story at your
guess.
funeral, though.
Well,
Okay.
let's just hope we find the video of that one.
Here's Roger that.
You leave your Snapchat going. We're like,
Just rigor mortis that shit.
how long is the story?
43 minutes long. What the hell happened?
I don't
Some
think
gets
it's waking up.
So, okay. We've discussed this between John and I. What would you like to be said at your funeral? What would you like to be said, like eulogy? No, I'm not talking about generalities. I'm talking about one line you would like to hear at your funeral.
He did things the way he wanted.
That is the
That's-
lamest, gayest thing I've ever heard. That is so generic. You could buy that at Dollar General.
Well, how about fuck you?
Well, that would make more sense,
right.
honestly. I'm talking about something really original, like something that you would like have embroidered on your underwear, like a tattoo. Like
I don't wear underwear.
if you had to have something
That's what you once
tattooed
said?
on your dick, what would it say?
Had to
Like
be a
a-
short sentence. Abbreviations.
What are those Japanese?
It grows.
Haiku.
It's got a conjunction after. You
It's
get
not even
harder.
a hi- it's
The
not
hyphen
even-
shows up.
It's not even a haiku. It's just bad grammar of consonants. I-E-I-O-U.
At this point in my life, it could be Braille. I mean,
Jesus Christ. I am not reading that. Hold on, let me reach down here. Okay, 5 minutes go by. I never learned how to read Braille. Can somebody come up here and give me a hand with this? I just wanted to see if it stayed hard for 8 hours.
Gentlemen,
bottoms up.
here we go.
Shit, I'm gonna regret this.
This. If this is your regret of the night,
Right.
That
I'm not
certainly was
surprised.
not.
I'm not surprised.
Anybody wanna? Yeah. All right.
Usually you're on the receiving end of that.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one for you. Okay, I was randomly thinking about this the other day. As I've gotten older, I've realized that there's only so many dances that a white guy can do, right?
To Charleston.
I mean, as you get into your
It's
into your
got to have
middle age-
instructions involved
Right.
with it.
I mean, a middle-aged white guy, you basically got the shoulder slide, and you're lucky if you don't have socks and sandals on when you do it, right?
Right.
Okay, so here's the thing. Think about this for a second, though, boy. Hypothetically, we've been twerking for years. Think about it. You get
True.
on top of your woman and you start going at it. What are you
We
doing?
thought it was reversed, but
Right. We've been twerking for years.
I'll be
on
damned.
the out,
If
yeah.
that doesn't make you feel like a homosexual, I don't know what. So,
we could have taught that class.
I mean, I'm telling you what. And the hand jive? I mean, fuck. John Travolta didn't teach me shit. The only missing part is every 3 pumps, I don't go hand jive.
Yeah.
You
Jazz.
don't.
I mean, well, not unless I'm, got a friend over or something. I'm so glad you came up.
Speaking about feeling like a homosexual.
It's not gay if you don't interlock the toes.
That's true. That's true.
Speaking of gays,
You know, all these years I've, been known as quite the drinker and partier, and especially my younger days. And since I moved down
I
south,
learned to drink from you, Josh.
Well, I mean, I got to pass along knowledge and learning and that jazz. But since I moved down south, I've kind of calmed my ass down. I'm not near as wild as I used to be. I still enjoy a drink. But, I'll go to the bar and I'll have a couple whiskeys or I'll have a couple beers and then I'm done for the night. I feel like I've grown until I come back up here and we finish off a bottle in less than an hour.
You've got one friend that keeps pulling you back down.
Right. And, it's not his fault.
We all love him, though.
Yeah, I go along with it, I mean, I don't.
Oh, yeah, I've never said no.
Yeah. Twist my arm and hell.
We got you another drink, Brent.
Yeah, I don't know why you tipped your glass up like that. I mean,
You ain't done.
that's usually a sign that you're done, and I don't know why, because you haven't had that many yet. This bottle is still a quarter of the way full. George Washington was yelling when he crossed the Delaware, "Give Cornwallis the D!"
When you've been practicing loading black powder guns for that long, you're just shoving that shit in every fucking barrel you can.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that episode? Okay, my son, I can't trust him on Netflix and Hulu by himself. He's just not old enough.
The rabbit holes go everywhere.
Right. So I have an antenna and I let him watch antenna. So he's big on Tim the Tool Man, like old school home improvement. And I don't have to worry. I can go clean, I can do the books, I can go outside and mow the yard. And
He's learning how to be a man.
What? But I don't have to worry about what he's watching in the language, right?
Yeah.
So, but the problem is the new show he has, The Last Man Standing.
Yeah.
There's this one scene where he's cleaning a musket, fucking, and she's like, "Oh, what if your 2-year-old grandson comes in? What are you gonna do?" And he's like, "Well, I can see him coming over, knocking me on the floor, and he's gonna take the musket, pour the appropriate amount of powder in, pack a patch, then a ball." Cock it, put a primer cap in there, and the flint, and then shoot me in the foot. She's like, well, just put it on safety. He's like, this whole damn gun's
Is safety.
a safety. We're lucky we're not speaking British right now. I'm like, he's accurate in that.
That is true. That is absolutely true.
Can you imagine a home intruder coming in? Hold on.
Hold on.
Click.
They used to give me shit because I used to hunt with flintlock black powder.
Right.
And it's kind of amazing. The deer gets this look in its eye because you go through the process. It
It's
hears you actually cock
What
back.
the fuck is he doing over there?
And it looks at you and it sees a snap, the flash, the psst, and the bang. By the time the ball gets to the fucking deer, he's had a heart attack.
It kind of reminds me of your sister. By the time she got to the ball, she had a heart attack too.
And that, folks, is why my sister's dead.
That's also, folks, why I also only have one ball. Singular. Okay, I've got a question for you guys. How sensitive are your balls?
Well,
This is a man bun question.
How drunk
why
am I?
is a man bun? If your significant other was to suck on your balls during oral, is it something that you go, is it like York peppermint patty in the Alps kind of feeling? Or is it like, ow, 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 ow? Because I've never beat a woman, but the one time she tried to suck my balls was like she was trying to suck it through a small, flexible straw. And I swear to God, I almost punched her in the side of the head.
Was this right after your vasectomy?
No, it was a solid 6 or 8 months. It was Barbie.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that explains it.
Yeah.
Everybody
Well,
noticed.
I could see her,
oh,
like-
yeah.
Sucking hard.
Oh man,
I mean, she would earn it.
if it was one thing that girl did well, it was sucking hard.
Yeah.
Like sucking the life clear out of you.
Sucking everything.
Oh, everything.
Yes.
My life, my soul, my finances.
Oh. Almost
my
your
will
freedom.
to live. Yeah, my freedom, my will to live, my moral turpitude. I mean, what little
Yeah.
there was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that note.
Yeah, bottoms up.
Oh, fuck me.
That's a pleasant thought.
Here's to you, here's to me, and if we ever disagree, fuck you.
Here's to
Here's
me.
to me.
This next segment, Brent will be checking out.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Thank you, Josh.
Yes, yes. A word from our sponsor is GILB. Gilbert Meat Company, you can't beat my meat.
You know,
That's not what I heard.
the thing with shots is it reminds me, taking shots is a lot like eating pussy. Like, every once in a while, you haven't done it for so long, you're just like, man, I really want to do that. And then you do it, and you get about 5 minutes into it, and you're like, this is why I don't do this anymore.
Yep.
And especially if she's not manicured or prepared, because you're just like, have you ever got a hair in the back of your throat? You're like,
Do you see this beard? I mean, I practice for this shit daily.
Every
know,
time the wind
that's-
blows.
that's why I sleep so well when you come up.
We could take you duck hunting.
Right? God almighty.
I don't know why the fuck I just did that. This is what shots does to me. It distracts me. I can't even masturbate and surf porn when I drink shots.
Well, I guess we're going to talk about the documentary next week. Because I can tell we're done with the
Yeah.
intellectual speak.
No.
That's all right.
Okay. On your notes today, let's cover one thing that we can give the listeners as a positive conversational piece.
Well, what I wanted to talk about was after your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on the first podcast, we ended with you asking me about the best year of my life.
Right.
And I never got a way to circle it back around to you because we ran out of fucking storage on this fucking recorder. And it just had to end abruptly. So I'd like to circle back around to that. The best year of your life.
The best year of my.
Right.
God damn, the best year of my life had to be either 98, 99, or 2010 to like 2011.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know why. Okay,
Any particular reason why?
I felt like I came into myself. Okay.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I mean, my dick was long enough, so at least I got that going for me.
It's a
So when I was-
backdraft come.
So when I was 28, like, I don't know, like, I'm not going into childhood issues. I'm not going
right.
to go sick for it here. But, like, when all three of us were in high school, none of us were like, well, Josh was fairly popular. I mean, you were well known amongst everybody. You kind of were the link between.
I was definitely the loner. I was like
Right.
a little bit on this side, a little bit on that side.
And you had
Just-
your girlfriend, so
Yeah.
you guys had already formed your bubble, which is
Yeah.
actually great. It's probably what saved both y'all
Probably
from being
saved
so
definitely me.
tainted. Right.
Definitely me.
Right.
You said taint.
Taint. And then me, like, I don't even know where the fuck I was and all that. I really can't even tell you. But, I didn't form my personality and get out of that funk until I was in my 20s. And
Right.
honestly, there was a woman that was, like, completely toxic to my life. We'll call her Psycho Sid. She really brought me out. And honestly, about the same point, you remember the night, John, you and I closed down
Oh,
Gina Spurgeon's cancer benefit.
yeah.
That was basically the beginning of the beginning for me.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those boots? You were like, man, those are good looking boots.
Yeah.
It was like, Psycho Sid had helped me buy them. And then she was gone. Gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
For better.
yeah, for better.
Yeah.
And at first I was really confused about it. Shit was fucked up for whatever reason. There's certain females in a man's life that makes him invest. There's certain females that they'll give you 120% and you're just like, I'm just not digging it. I'm not going to invest in this. And then there's other females that for whatever reason make you want to give 120%. And generally speaking, those are the ones that only give you like, what, 20?
Yeah, about
And that 20 is generally speaking on your dick.
Yeah.
And that's called the voodoo panani. So this girl, anyways, long story short, fucked my head up and whatever, and I was good to go. And that was the year that I really started coming to my own. And I realized that once I put on a little fat, I quit giving up a little, like, so much shit about things. And I just relaxed a little bit. Like, not only women, but people in general were just like, this guy kind of knows what he is. And I think that's the
Yeah.
key to being a man. It's not just a skill. It's just not being what you want to be as a man, like a father, husband, business owner, whatever. Coming into your own in a man is a level of confidence that you can go out and be like, I don't give a shit what you think. I don't give a shit about how you feel. I don't give a fuck about what you think. I am who I am. I am here. I don't give a shit. Either way, I am who I am, and
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. And once you hit that level, that's a bit, and I think that was about that year for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
long story short, it was, 2010 into 2011.
Yeah. So I think we hit on both notes there because I was curious on the fork year for you also is what year did you make a decision that either way, good or bad,
It is
sent
what
you
it
in
is.
one direction or the other? And sounds like that was the same time.
I'd say that was it, and the second one was unfortunately it was a split level. The second one was with Barbie, and that's
Yeah.
I think everybody's seen my evolution in that.
Yeah.
Like I drew some weird boundaries, I think, and then come back out of it. I don't know how to explain that. Like I think everybody has something in their life that makes them. Yours was your wife.
Yeah.
That made it a split decision. I would say that, and I would hate to credit her for it because it'll probably give her a massive head.
I could use some massive head right
But
now.
as much massive head as she's given over the years, I
Right.
think it's only fair to give her a little back.
Right.
So I'm not saying she's a whore. I'm just saying that she's probably changed some men's lives, and she
That could
probably
be a song.
she probably looks younger because she sucked so many souls.
Are
through
we
the
still
cocks
talking
of
about
so
my
many
wife?
people. No.
Okay, I was like, what?
No.
Where the fuck are you going here, man?
He's like,
No.
motherfucker, I'm about ready to draw
Sorry.
down your ass.
Your wife is actually one
Sorry.
that I would probably never touch. Not because she's
I
not
missed the
attractive,
segue.
but because, I have that much respect for the woman in general. Now, his wife, if he ever got married, I'd be like, so, Thanksgiving dinner, what are we, splitting the wishbone or what? But,
It's only fair because his mother and I have this Thanksgiving thing going on.
Fuck
Josh
you.
is
So-
passed out. Seems like a shame to waste this semi-private room.
Right. But I don't know. Like I said, I think everybody has that split fork in their life. Like you said, the fork, the best year. And I'd say that was probably another. And me, as anxiety-ridden and anal retentive as I've been, that was my give a damn break.
Yeah.
Your give a damn break probably came early, didn't it, Josh?
Oh, yeah. I've not given a shit for years.
Since you were kid, or do you think it hit right about that 17, 18, 19 year?
Well, as a kid, generally, I would say, I grew up in I guess you could almost call it a broken family. And, I was raised by my mother mostly, and then my grandparents on my dad's side, and grandparents on my mother's side. And I think a lot of
That
their
sneaks up on you.
older views have really came out on me. And I don't know, I've always been my own person. If I am who I am,
Yeah.
if you don't like it, I'm not here to really impress, but
I am who I am, and that's all that I am.
And, that's what I respect about both you guys, is authenticity.
yeah.
And,
Oh, John, you're no different.
thanks.
Bottoms up, boys.
Yeah. We're switching to the beer.
Bourbon flavored beer. That is
That's not bad.
truly good.
So's your mom.
That is smooth. After 7 years.
Right. I've dated some gals in my lifetime.
That were
that-
7 years old?
No, god damn.
No, nine.
You kept them in a closet for 7 years. You let them age for 7 years.
R. Kelly.
That really pisses me off what he did.
About the dog fighting or
No, R.
Different.
Kelly peed on people. That was
Oh.
the joke. He pissed me off. Get it?
I'm
You
not
want-
into this hipster shit.
Hold
I
on, let
don't-
me
That was
enjoy
Michael Vick.
let me enjoy this moment. You'll understand when you're older. Because here in about
When you get past your
2
mid-30s.
hours,
See, I've never known these kind of things. I've always been kind of behind on
it's
times.
what you don't like black people.
That's
Or
my
what?
favorite. That's my favorite thing about you, Josh.
Just so
is-
you know, I do like black people. I like
What's her name?
Don't worry.
Shaniqua, Tanisha, Felicia, Shaquan.
My wife's name is Tisha.
That's
Spelled with
white.
I-A.
It's still white.
I'm like,
But I like
no equa though.
There's no equa.
The equa is out.
There's no equa to your wife.
Whatever the
There's no
fuck
equa.
that means.
I think that's shenane for equal.
Yes, yes.
Shenane for equal. Fuck. Okay, hold on.
Jay Nice here.
Didn't
Jay
we?
Nice.
So John invested some money in advertising for us on Facebook.
Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he picked up a few listeners. What?
Yeah.
At least 4.
At least,
I know.
Oh,
of.
about 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah,
So
it was
we
worth
picked
$5.
up a few. Thank you for all those people for subscribing.
After this, we'll have negative views.
They've been dropping.
I don't.
Boys, the
working.
ratings are dropping. We got to do something different.
We got a guest. And now we're calling you out by name.
I don't know. All I'm saying is that I am a lover. I'm not a fighter, unless it's boxing your cervix like fucking Sugar Ray Leonard. I will speed bag a cervix. A service? I will service your cervix like I'm speed bagging like Sugar Ray Leonard. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying right now.
Cell number
Hold on.
90.
Fuck.
You know, I listened to the last podcast, and you were going on about this Florida-Georgia line thing.
Right.
They might be really nice fellas.
I'm sure they're nice fellas. I'm just saying they're not really, like, original. I love my country. I love my country.
Hold on. I want to hear the end of what his thought is.
I just lost it after that impression.
You're welcome. Made you moist in the
Jesus
panties, didn't
Christ.
I?
I was going to say, it can't end with that.
Oh.
One of us finished. And either way,
Either way.
I'm going to finish.
I just lost my total train of thought on that one.
You derailed on that
I
motherfucker.
derailed.
Let's tackle another topic while
Let's
we're
do
on
that.
here. Wasted time and money. I think this would be good to address with him around.
Oh, man.
Wasted
Yeah.
time and money when we're young.
So when I thought about that,
That's a
was
good topic for the general.
the general. And our younger listeners, take note. Please, please take note of
Write this
this
down.
conversation. We're not old by any means, but in our late
enough to know
30s,
better.
right? And we can pass on a little bit of knowledge to you. And please, by all means, don't waste your time and fucking money when you're young. Get a head start. Get a head start. Play the long game. Fuck.
Get a good education.
Or
Work
educate
your
yourself.
ass off.
I was going to say,
But-
education doesn't have anything to do
Ah.
with work ethic. Because you can have a degree and
Depending
no
on what
work
you wanna
ethic
do.
and still be broke and lazy.
I see some real dumb sons of bitches out there, though, in the
I'm
world.
fucking sitting right here.
Well, and that can bring us to our next question, too. And we'll talk about that after this. But is talent or hard work more important?
Hard work.
Definitely hard work, I
I
believe.
agree. Yeah, I agree.
I believe.
You
Yeah.
can be half-ass and bust your ass. You can have all the talent in the world, sit back,
Yeah.
nobody's going to find you.
Right. I forget who said it. I think it was Dale Carnegie, maybe. Said, show me a... No, it was J.C. Penney. James Cash Penney said, show me a stock clerk with a goal, and I'll show you a CEO,
Really?
maybe. Show me a CEO with no goal, and I'll show you a stock clerk.
That's pretty fucking
That's
brilliant.
good.
So, here's a story I got quoted to today. Okay, I finally invested after. Okay, after living here for several years, I never had a pest problem. I moved my dad's shit back. I found a few cockroaches, so I went ahead and got a pest guy. He's
Yeah, they
taking
came
care
from
of
Texas.
it. Right? He came. It is what it is. It came from Texas. They come up with a bottle of tequila. They were all wearing sombreros and drinking tequila. So I know they came from Texas with that shit. So I got to thinking about this, and I went ahead and hired a pest guy. And this guy comes in. He's a super nice guy. I don't have any, just to clear this up, I don't have any problems with bugs now. He's spraying. They do a great job. Alert 1 in Savannah, Missouri. Throwing that out as a legit shout out. And he was asking me some personal questions, and I usually don't entertain those so much, but the guy's nice enough, and he's genuine. His name's Travis, and great customer service. And he goes, so I earned my business by working for the gentleman as a type of mentor for a little over 7.5 years before we signed paperwork for free. So I worked 7.5 years for free. Yeah, and yeah, I was a dumb fuck for it. And
And he goes, have you ever heard a story in the Bible, though, about the man that paid for his wife by working for the father for free for 7 years? And one night, the father switches out the twin daughters, and the man has to work another 7 years for free to pay for the second daughter. And I got to thinking that, we all pay our hardships in life, whether it's in education or whether it's learning a trade or whatever. We all, even after you put in the effort, there's an amount of effort that you have to pay the dues for to get where you're going to go if you're going to be successful. It's not like we go to school and we get a degree and then you get a job that's Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and holidays and weekends off. So I know that I've paid my dues, and I know that Josh,
I've paid a few dues, I would say.
you've paid your dues at least twice that I know of, and you still haven't got any paperwork on it.
I know. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, no shit.
John's
That's
over here telling me to pay for the third daughter. No, you're good. I'm kind of trying to cover for you so you don't have to edit so much. Feel free to have a seat. So, but and John, you went to school, and then not only did you go to school and pay the dues as far as education goes, but you worked some shit jobs, not only primary jobs, but side jobs to continue your education while you're working towards your goal.
All
and
the
the
shit
shit jobs. I mean, let's be honest, working the mail route with me was not the funnest job.
That's a big shit job.
I fucking wish we could have done it together. That's what I wish. Jesus, I'm gonna learn how to pour this.
That would have been fun. Doing it together. Because we did ride in the tank wagon together a couple times.
Yeah.
Would you mind shooting me a little
You want
some
some
of
of
that glass
Syphilis,
there?
penicillin.
That is some good beer. I'm impressed.
For
Boys,
2013.
I'm going to take this last from these shot glasses are bikinis. They're just women from like the shoulders down. So I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of the shot from the panty line down. You guys are going from the nipples down, which I'm fine with. And I'm going to go relieve some of this liquor rehabilitation so I can rehabilitate to facilitate the podcast with my master.
Here we go, down the hatch.
Cover me, boys. I'm
Shooting
going into the
beer.
wild.
Shooting beer.
At this point, that's all I need.
Aim low, Sheriff. They're riding chickens.
Not you, Jimmy. You shoot normal.
Kids these days, they don't know nothing about the old classics.
Fuck.
Wasted time.
Yeah, I want to hear Josh's take on this wasted time and money when you're young, and doing it right early on, maybe.
Well,
Pass on some pearls of wisdom.
Pearl necklaces of wisdom.
Something always comes to my mind. It's a quote by Johnny Cash.
There you go.
He said, I have no regrets in life, with one exception. It's of the time that I've wasted. And, that time that I've wasted in my life, whether it be on, fast cars, women, things to impress. Well, I didn't really ever buy anything to really impress too much because...
That Martin impressed me.
Well, that Martin, yeah. Well, when it comes to musical instruments, I may splurge a little bit.
Spooge a little bit.
That too. When I got that thing, I didn't lay it down for a full day.
Now, John, here's the thing. You have never really had the luxury because you were taking care of 4 people to splurge. So what would your tidbits, your pearl necklace of wisdom?
Rob from Peter to pay Paul.
Balance.
And just keep going.
Right?
And just keep going. Eventually,
It'll work out.
it's going to fucking work out.
I'd agree.
Just keep going.
That's pretty...
I mean, I know it's going to get fucking hard. You're going to have times where you think, I could just run this car off the road into that tree, and this will be over.
Right.
Don't. Please don't. It's not that hard. It's not that bad. Just keep going. It's going to get better. I promise.
And what would your major pearls of wisdom be on that? As far as, like, if you could just give, like, 2 lines. Because here's the thing. The next generation does not listen to stories. They listen to 2 lines at a time. What would your 2 lines be?
My God, you kind of put me on the spot after all this liquor. But, my line of thinking is work your ass off and be proud of what you do. Taking pride
Right.
in what you do it makes all the difference, and people see that.
I'll take that.
You're damn right you'll take it.
I would
You'll
say,
take it any way you can get it.
I would say my pearls of wisdom are find your priority in life. Whether it's paying off your house, whether it's financing your kid's future, whether it's having the biggest house and the nicest cars to compete with Jones, whether it's whatever. Find your importance in life, because honestly, when it's all over, nothing fucking matters anyways, and focus on that.
This is true.
I agree.
This is true.
Yeah,
When it's
focus on
over, it's over. Can't take
Yeah,
it with you when you go.
It could be an hour from now, it could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be 10 decades from now. You
God,
know,
let's
fucking-
hope it's not an hour from now. I got to edit this shit and get it
Yeah,
out.
and you got to drive home. So,
Right.
but
I'm
no,
good, I'm
seriously,
good.
I think everybody thinks to themselves, "What should I do that's right?" and they worry less about what should I do that makes me happy.
Yeah.
And that's a fine life in life to cross, because you got to support your kids, you got to provide for your family. John, that's the route you've taken. Josh, you got to have a good time, and you know, you wear it once and you throw it in the bed of your pickup for 3 months. That's your life motto.
Well, you know, you never know when you're going to need it again. So.
Right. My life motto has always been preparing for tomorrow, and with my health, it'll never come. So I think there's a fine median, and you know, I think everybody needs to be smart, but you find your own priorities in life and invest in those.
Yeah.
Because we can lecture as much as we want, but these kids won't fucking listen. The kids these days, they don't listen.
Right. And, you know, I think the reason is, and we were there too, we were young and dumb. When you're 20, 40 is eternity away.
Fucking away. And
Yeah.
here we are coming up on our 20th year class reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no time has passed. Yeah.
Right around the corner.
Oh my God. And, you know, but you gotta find a way to shrink it down into the terms these kids can understand.
Right.
And I don't know. That's the magic question, I guess. But I don't know.
I have trouble speaking to the youth of today.
Yeah, what would you say to a boy of cresting 18, 19 years old coming into his own?
I'd
as a
tell him-
man?
I'd tell them to stop buying Pearl Snap shirts and records so that I can afford this shit again.
Right. No
The
shit.
price of everything has gone up because
It was
These
it was
fuckers.
cheap and cool when you were buying it. It was something. It was
it wasn't even
honestly,
cool.
It was just what you liked.
Right.
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 Now
First-
I can't afford a fucking Elvis record because I think, well, he died, so it must be $40 a record, right? No, there was 14 million of those fucking things.
First song you heard, that legit. Not okay. Let me hold on. Let me clarify this. First song you heard that touched you, not that was passed down to you from somebody, not that made you think of somebody else. First song that touched you as a man, and that affected who you are now, and you still hold on to. Think about it, boys.
Boy,
Now,
that's
I'm-
a tough one.
Because we've all got songs that were passed down to us by a grandpa or a dad, a moment somewhere in time. We've all got Mine's Simple Man with my dad, and that was
Yeah.
before it got fucking popular by whoever the fuck redid it.
Somebody redid it?
Yeah, somebody redid it. It
Don't
was,
even know.
it was, fuck,
Probably
I can't remember.
Nickelback or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was.
Probably Florida Georgia Line.
No, I don't think it was
They're
Florida
nice
Georgia.
gentlemen.
But,
Fuckers.
But the song that like fucking found you as a man, that you know affected you, that kind of sent you in a direction that you finally declared as your own.
Honestly, so the first song that I think really had deep in, so I thought I had songs that really affected me before,
Mm-hmm.
but after one of my grandpas died, I was listening to Stevie Ray Vaughan and the
that's a
song
good
"Life Without You,"
Mm-hmm.
the live version, and when he goes into the solo, and I just like imagined. Now I'm not religious anymore, but at the time I was. But I just imagined my grandpa with his wings just fucking going up to wherever, with that solo that just went way up there.
Right.
And it just really touched me. And the songs touch me all the time. And I always, I tell my wife all the time, and I used to not tell her. And I'm like, man, that song gave me goosebumps. And she's like, tell me when that happens, because it never happens to me. And I'm like, how can it not happen to you?
Right.
Oh my God, it happens to me all the time.
That's one thing about music. It is extremely personal. Like one
Yeah.
song can affect
2 million people in 2 million different ways.
In
Correct.
2 million different ways,
Yeah.
right? And you write it your way, and or whoever wrote it their way, and you never know what life it's going to take with somebody who listens to it.
And that's the thing. Like, movies are directed to inspire people in certain ways. Like, you infect in certain ways. Like, the emotion, it's
Right.
not affect, it's infect. Because they do it on a mass. Like, if you watch a horror movie, they know that if 1.4 billion people see this, 4.1
It's
billion
driving
people
them. Yeah.
will have the same surge with the musical effort, will have the same drive when the lights go down. They will have the same thing. But a piece of music is so personally interpreted per person. Even in the same song, people can be affected at different measures, at different choruses, in different ways.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, what's yours?
That's hard. That is so damn hard. Because so much music has touched my life. So many
Right.
songs have touched my
Okay,
life.
not the soundtrack to Debbie Does Dallas. Let's just stick with like something that really
Well,
touches
in
your
that case, that's
cockles.
easy. No, no. I would say from a very, I grew up with a wide genre of music in my life. From Dad listening to ZZ Top, Nazareth Hair Dog, Grandpa Roy Acuff, Ernest Tubb, Hank Sr.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a lot of different musical influence, but
Education.
ever since I was a very young child, Hank Williams Sr. has spoke to me just directly. I'd say the number one song that has always spoke to me was the song Please, which if you haven't heard it, you need to look it up. It's about everything Hank ever did was about heartbreak and, sorrow.
Right.
But, I find solace in his songs. I mean, it makes me happy. I think because I can connect on that level. And I think to myself, this man has been dead since, 53, 52?
53. Yeah, New
some-
Year's Eve.
Yeah, somewhere right through there.
Yeah.
Before air conditioning was
Yeah.
common in cars.
But yet,
Yeah.
his songs can still speak to my generation, the generation before. And there's just something about it, man. It speaks to me. I feel good. In that particular song, I've always loved.
I can see
Nice. I totally agree. And him as a writer,
Oh.
and like you say, the sad songs, and that's like me with the blues and all these sad songs. I always tell people these songs make me happy.
Yeah.
that. Right.
Like it fucking lifts me up to hear
Exactly.
these songs, and
To know
people
somebody
don't get it,
relates.
and I guess I don't understand why it does either, but it fucking does. Maybe like you say because I relate to it. I've been through some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And
exactly
not
right.
so much like, I've been like down in the gutter, like drug ridden or anything, but I've dealt with some shit and made it through.
And
So
there's just something about them that you can connect with, and it opens up something with inside.
right.
It's the can opener of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So your song would be what?
Uh
One song.
I already said it. Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Life Without You.
And Josh?
Hank Williams Sr., please.
Proud Souls, Jason Boland.
You took it. Proud Souls.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
here's the moment, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I was drunk as shit.
Of course.
Of course, naturally, because that's when you always find those songs, is
Yeah.
when you're in the shit.
That's when it really it opens up that
Right.
that channel.
Yeah. I was on my way back from Barnard Bar. I'm not going to name the name because
You weren't driving.
the owner is passed, and the new owner I'm not exactly a fan of. I don't give a shit who the fuck hears it. It is what it is.
Just the bar and bar.
Yeah, when the bar loses an essence, it loses an essence.
True.
It
is
does.
what it is.
Yeah.
So nothing personal, just is what it is. But I was on my way back from Barnard, and I had a moment with a girl that I felt like was strong, struck out, typical, right? Like
yeah.
anybody who sees you as a man whore, like not you, John, but Josh. Like if you see,
Nobody sees me as a man whore.
like as a man whore,
Except for
all
my
they-
wife for some reason.
right? As
She
you
thinks
see
all the women want me.
I mean, like I can see that, but you never go for it. You're not dick stupid.
Nobody wants me
I'd bang you.
yet.
I mean,
Oh,
if you're
thanks.
Drunk, it was dark, and I was drunk enough. But
How many more you need?
about 14.
That's a joke. That's
Fill her
a
up,
joke.
boys.
I'm
Fill
gonna
her
need
up.
another
Fill her
bottle
up.
of whiskey.
No, I'm serious. Fill me up. I'm thirsty.
You do
Okay,
need to.
fuck you.
Are we gonna finish this, or
Well, all of
you
it.
have to finish that because that
That's
can't be
expensive.
saved.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Can't be saved.
I was on my way back from Barnard gravel tripping, and I decided to take a new route. Got lost in fucking BFE because I was drunk and dark, and that's
Every
always-
gravel road seems to look the same
right
when you're that wasted.
When it's that dark, they all look the same. So,
You're still talking about gravel
Now you got
roads.
Just-
windmills to go by.
yeah, I was just following the red lights home. It was dark, and Proud Souls came on 93.7. It was a Saturday night, 93.7 out of
Yes.
Kansas. And that was back when they did the Red Dirt on Kansas. I don't think they do it anymore because we're listening to it right now. Of course, today's Sunday.
I heard
It's
Pat
Jesus
Green
Day.
earlier.
Did you?
Yeah.
That'll work.
That's
good.
close.
That's good enough.
He's back to Texas now, but it
That
was
works.
his. It was
Nashville
one of
Day.
his Nashville days. Yeah, but whatever.
Right.
I'll take it.
So I was coming across, what
Better
is it
before
out
it goes
there
by.
east of town? The Camel. What's it named after a camel?
What?
Anyways, so we're driving around up there by north of Savannah, and I'm alone, like I said, and I'm
Barbie.
coming back. And it was before Barbie. It was the year I split up with Jack's mom, and I had some, and I was kind of learning to live and be myself and come into my own. And I had one of those nights where I struck out with a couple girls and had a special moment. And I was driving back, Proud Souls came on, and if that song doesn't touch you when you're alone in the dark, I don't know what does. And
Yeah.
by the time I got through the song, I looked down and I realized I'd slowed down just to make sure, even though I was like still 6 miles out of town, I was making sure I had enough time before the city lights hit the hood of my truck to appreciate the darkness and
Oh, yeah.
listen to that. Because there's nothing better than hearing that one song that affects you, and you're on the highway
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
There's no road lights. It's just your headlights, no traffic, and it's you in the truck, and you're by yourself, and you're just appreciating that moment. There is nothing better that makes a man just go, I'm here now, and
I'm
no
at
matter
one.
what this, yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Yeah.
Gee, what in the Sam hell have you done?
I'm pouring myself another.
For you listeners out there, this jackass just
I had a fucking moment.
spilled his drink all over my little
Penis.
That's
my
20.
toes. My toes are wet.
That's 2013 Bourbon Barrel Quad. I was gonna say you're barefoot.
I'm barefoot. I got
Right down there.
beer all over my toes. Somebody's licking this shit off.
I'll get the dog out of here before I fucking
He
do
would.
this shit. And I love that dog. I love that dog more than I do you.
He wouldn't know what he's licking. He's
Yeah.
seems
blind
to be
as a bat.
Blind as a bat. I'm kind of like Josh though. It's like, fuck, man, pick one song.
No, that's hard to do.
And I know you're the same way. We're all into music.
Oh yeah.
I'm a hell of a pianist.
Yeah. I've been trying to hire you for years.
You'd be severely disappointed. So severely disappointed. So I'm going to drink this down. I'm going to drink this stout down in this shot glass down to the hip line. And I'm going to top it off with pecan whiskey.
Oh
And
goodness.
we're going to see how it goes.
Wow. I'm here to watch this. You want to see? You all want to see a video of this? I think we ought to see a video of this.
I think we could probably make that happen.
Does this require 3 fucking phones?
Multi-angle.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Multi-angle. God, I love porn.
When I get your good side.
Oh shit.
All right.
All right, hold on. There's a stout. She's ass level. She's hip level. Reminds me of a married girl named Christina that I knew.
Very shortly.
Very shortly.
You gotta take the lid off, my friend.
That helps
I
to
think,
pour.
I think you put the lid on.
Is there a
Ooh, we're Facebook
That's
Live.
pecan whiskey.
pecan whiskey with bourbon barrel stout? Okay, boys. Here's to the ladies I've known. Here's to the ladies I'll know. And here's to all the ladies that I let blow. That actually wasn't half bad. What?
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
Like, you all gotta try this shit.
It's so good. Oh man, I'm feeling pretty good.
No, I'm sitting here thinking, dude, we haven't hung out really since high school.
It's been a long damn time.
And it's like, well, maybe a little after high school, but
Still,
fuck,
yeah. I mean,
we need to get together more often.
I agree. I agree.
I think Facebook ruins shit because
It does.
it makes
does.
you feel like you've seen each other, makes you feel like you've talked to each other and you know what's going on. But at the same time, there's nothing that takes the place of actual face-to-face conversations.
I agree.
Playing guitar, talking music and shit.
And I am so guilty about being a Facebook whore anymore.
Me too. Trying to promote a music career and a podcast. And
Right. And then Facebook Marketplace. I've become addicted. Especially during quarantine. You know, you can't go out to the bars, can't do anything. So I'm like, hey, I'd like to have a 49 Chevy.
Everybody's selling something now.
There's a corn sheller. I need one of those.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people out of work.
Mm-hmm.
People need money. They're like, I'll sell these guitars.
Right.
And I'm like, I'll buy your guitars. Because I'm still working.
Right, exactly. And I mean, you need the money. I need
guitars.
guitars. Maybe. Yeah, I need guitars.
I can convince her I need guitars, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What's she doing?
She is a nurse supervisor and in a chaotic place. I mean, it's truly chaotic. I think my job's chaotic.
2 or 3 help. Wow.
She's actually at one of the behavioral places. She
Okay.
deals in psych and deals with children.
Okay.
Children up to, around the age of 18.
I got you.
And they're all psych patients. And, I thought my job was hard. No.
Oh, my God.
What she has to deal with day in and day out, I couldn't do it. I mean, I would be a raging alcoholic.
Yeah.
More than I already am. Which is not possible, but I could be.
Oh, you'd find a way.
Yes. It's truly just crazy what she has to deal with.
And you might not be here anymore.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. That takes a special kind of person.
It does. I
And
think we all
respect to
have our
them.
niches. And
Ooh, hey.
what in the Sam hell? Look
Hey,
at that.
I dropped one. It's all wet from the beer now.
Where in the hell did that come from?
A donator's car.
Well,
Well, boys, sure. It's been a while.
Well, if you insist. I mean, I tell you what, I'll smoke one of these smoky treats here in a bit. I'm going to have this dog rocket right now.
At least
I
it's
don't know
wrapped. I don't know if it's laced with something.
Yeah, that's the only way I serve them anymore. Liability.
Good old Swisher Sweets.
So now, not only do we have whiskey tonight, and we've got bourbon, stout beer, we've got some cheap-ass cigars.
Oh, cigars. I thought you said jigar.
Cheap ass is better than nothing, right?
Hold on. This is the best sound in the world. This is
Oh my
one of
God.
those man sounds.
Yeah.
Leather belts cracking. Diesel engine starting.
To this
Yeah.
day, when I hear a leather belt go through the belt loops,
Oh,
I will straighten my ass up.
Right.
Oh,
right.
yeah. Dad, go ahead.
It's been a while. Thank you.
Mm. Oh, that tastes good.
Thanks, I washed it today.
Thank you, Brent.
It's a replica of a 1930.
Very nice.
Because everything I do with class, unless it's eating ass, and then I don't care. Because it'll just pass.
I want to give a big shout out to Curtis Collins. He's a fellow that works for me. Great fella. He's enjoyed these podcasts. And he says, you guys you're funny.
Some retarded motherfuckers.
He said, you're funny. And he said, my God, I don't know how you get by with airing any of that. But it's great.
It's the
John,
beauty of the internet, isn't it?
who would you like to give a shout out to right now?
I know my sister's listening to this shit.
Katie?
She said, yeah,
Amy.
I know she listened. Katie. All right, shout out to my sister Katie. And I know she listened to them, and she said they're funnier than shit. At least episode 1. So if you're listening, listen to 2, 3, and now 4. They get better. I don't know, maybe not better. But I was telling Josh earlier, episode 1.
Oh, I was shitty.
Felt like a homemade bottle rocket. You knew
I
it was going to
finished.
go. You didn't know how far it was going to go or how fast it was going to go, but it was going to go. And it went. And by the end of it, we were just like, okay.
Well, that'll work. I would like to give a shout out, honestly, and this is completely random. Her name is Treston, and she's got a huge set of personalities, and
Assets.
either way.
Yeah.
And I'd like to
Hello,
just give
Tristan.
her a little shout out. She's a teacher. She actually teaches special ed.
Would you like to be our next guest?
Nice girl. I'd like to give a shout out to her. She gives lots of compliments, sends them on Facebook because I'm not friends with her on Snapchat or text.
Wow.
Yeah, I keep those boundaries tight,
That's
homies. Keep those
Wow.
boundaries. I only have like 13. How many people do you have on Snapchat?
I have like 15 or 20,
How many do you
there's
have?
like 3 that I talk to.
Primarily, right?
No, not even primarily. Like
Just at all.
they've just been added, and I don't do anything with them. They're just there.
Okay, I'm interested. How many do you have on Snapchat, Josh?
I'm not allowed to have Snapchat anymore.
Why is that?
This is a good cigar.
So I have Snapchat, but I keep it to about 13 to 15 people because I am extremely personal. Like I just don't like people. I don't like
Now,
sharing.
especially in the last 5 years or so.
Right.
It's-
Well, since Jack's been born,
Yeah.
really, you want to date a girl and find a woman that's tolerant of not meeting your kid for 6 months because you refuse to bring a woman into your kid's life that's not going to be there permanently.
Yeah.
And they lose their ever loving fucking minds.
Indeed.
God bless you for never having to deal with that, John.
Yeah,
Josh,
oh yeah, we better
God
have some.
bless you for putting it in the butt.
Hey, that's what I do. You were there. You should know.
I shouldn't be doing this. Oh, sorry.
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness! Come right over
It was
her
like
tits.
a backwards pour, and I'm already drunk. So
It's all good. It's all good.
Brent needs some more too.
Yeah.
The thing about Josh's sister is she actually died in a car accident in '86.
Oh, that's a true story.
Before there were airbags.
I'm sorry, Josh.
Not really.
No, she,
Oh,
she actually.
you gotta,
She lives in Waxahachie. It's fine.
You gotta let me know these backstories. Jesus Christ, I don't know Josh as well as you. I know
Actually,
Josh. I don't know
never
his
has
family.
a sister, unless his dad has one out there that we haven't been notified of yet.
Well, see, I actually did before me.
What happened?
She died when she was young. Literally, it's truth.
Your mom or what?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Here's a new one to me.
Okay,
True story.
I'm sorry, Josh.
I did.
We'll
know
quit
that.
joking about your sister.
Oh no, go ahead, because I joke about his sister all the time.
I was gonna say I'm
yeah.
not gonna stop.
But we all know his sister.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Here's the thing. Her husband Wes listens
Yeah.
religiously.
I'm all cut out. Don't worry.
Wes, I'm so.
Okay, so Wes is.
We
Wes
knew her
is a
first.
decent dude. Yeah. I'm sorry, Wes. If it makes anything better, you're the one that fertilized her ground. Her back 40.
Are you sure?
So you're saying he dropped the plow in?
Wes is a really good dude.
I like Wes.
I like Wes, except for here's the fact. You ever meet a brother-in-law that has a hairline that's older than you, even though he's younger than you? That's what I
No.
feel real good about.
No.
Both of you motherfuckers sitting here with full heads of hair.
If
Bring
it,
that
help,
up. That's the second podcast in a row that's been brought up.
if it helps any, like, yeah, John and I have great heads of hair. And if it helps any, Josh, my penis is extremely thick, too.
But you know what, Josh?
Why does that help me?
Here's the thing, Josh. I've never seen you without a hat.
True.
So to me, you've always looked just like that.
That's right.
Gentlemen, this has been a good night.
It has. It has.
God, we should do this again. We've been planning this for a while. Actually, me and Brent have been talking
Oh, yeah.
since Dylan about
Dylan?
when we're going to get together. Yeah, because we were like,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, oh, Josh is coming up next weekend. I'm like, oh, I'll try to get away. And then
Okay,
something
we went-
happened.
We went to Bob down here, and he went to, he was supposed to come down, and then something come up, he couldn't.
Yeah.
Can I ask you an honest question?
Ooh, my wife listened to episode 1 finally.
Oh, fuck.
We listened to it together, and I was sitting there the whole time going, oh, Oh, I don't remember that.
How'd that go?
I was like, I had to remind her. We joke about a lot of things.
A lot of things.
We didn't really do weed, all right?
Right.
We joke about a lot of shit.
Um,
And we don't even know what we're talking about half the time. It says it right in the intro.
So here's the thing. Most of my girlfriends have loved Josh. Except for one.
Yeah.
Which one?
Barbie.
Barbie. Oh, you know it.
We all fucking... This is going to be like the running theme of this podcast. Fucking Barbie. And I hope
She
someday-
would love it.
Unfortunately, probably.
Right or wrong, good or bad, if you're talking about her,
Oh, yeah.
she
She'll love
loves it.
It's attention.
Attention.
You were smarter than I look. So how does... Okay, let's be honest. Like, out of the three of us, Josh can put on a good game face. So
Yeah.
most of my females have loved Josh. None of my females have ever had a problem with John. How does your wife feel about me?
They've never met me. Well, okay, a lot of them haven't met me.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
If they don't meet you, they hear about you.
Oh,
because
okay.
you're one of the four. I have three close...
Because I'm married,
well, I
they
have-
trust me.
Right, probably. I have three close friends. I call them the 3 J's. It's kind of like Jesus, only it's John, Jesse, and Josh.
Yeah.
Those are the three.
Our next
I've got
guest.
3 J's. Right. And like those are my three. So John,
Yeah.
how does your wife feel about me? Untrusting, obviously. Let's just be
So,
honest about that.
okay.
I'll accept it for what
So-
it is. I'm not gonna be bugged.
I'll edit out whatever I need to, but out of my, I got like two
About
good.
14 foot.
I got two good friends, but with you, she goes, he's the bad influence. She does not trust when I go out with you that I'm not.
And it's
putting,
not anything that you do.
holy shit!
It's me.
Right, right.
It's just, and I get that.
I'm a fine wingman. I'll help you put your dick wherever, right?
But you've never done
But I'm
anything
not putting
Andre
mine
would
anywhere.
together. No. And honestly, that's why I know, because there's, like, you will guide it, but you won't, like, partake. And that's where, like, I don't have
I'll
to
say,
worry.
yeah, dude, she's good. She's good.
Yeah, you do that. I'll drive you home. It's
I know you
fine.
can't see straight, but she's good.
You see, now Josh and I compete, but in a different way. It's not like compete like for the same girl. It's like we compete with each other for who can get
Ooh,
what.
Yeah.
And it's not really like it's like friendly. It's completely
Yeah.
friendly.
yeah.
It's not like we're competing for the same hole. Because on the same holes, we've never really competed.
Just
They
a hole.
A hole, yeah.
Actually, yes, the a-hole.
The a hole, right. Josh,
Your golf buddy.
your
sir.
girlfriend, what does she think about me? I'd love to hear this.
Well,
I love this interview process.
Yes,
It's not
yes.
going-
We're cutting it out.
actually,
Well, she ain't
she
gonna listen to it.
she loves that you and I have been friends for so long. She
Right.
thinks that's great. Most women think that's great until they
They
get
find that endearing until they find that comes before.
right. And she has even admitted to me she is extremely jealous over you.
Right. I get that too. And I'm like,
And it's not that she just absolutely hates you.
I live
I would
vicariously
argue
through
with
him.
that.
Yeah, see, we've talked some good talks about this.
Good talk.
Good talks.
The most Jewish thing I've ever fucking heard.
But she's really jealous, and she thinks that when you and I get together, I act like a different person. And you know what? When her and I are alone together, I mean, I like to think I'm pretty genuine, but when you and I get together, the honerness sparks,
Multitudes.
and it's like, yeah, you know, it's what we do.
Right.
And it's
No,
here's
and-
here's the thing. It's not anything. I just want to like clarify for everybody. It's not anything incredibly like horrible.
No,
It's just
Right. And
we're throwing a little youth out there, eating
Yeah.
a Waffle House, getting drunk, telling dirty jokes, flirting a little bit.
it's
Showing
this.
off.
yeah, it's this right here. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
if we would have had a podcast 20 years ago, our dicks would not be near as green as they are now. Or Josh's wouldn't. Mine's clean. I got tested last year. It was perfect. Josh?
Well, like
please,
you know,
please,
that
please.
goes back to that braille I was talking about earlier. No, really. I mean, it is. This is what we do. We sit around,
Well-
we get drunk, we tell stories, tell jokes, get a little crude.
And you
And
know,
here's
that's,
the thing. Like, okay, so you get a version of me when I'm with you guys.
Right.
All right, my parents get a version of me.
Right.
At
right.
work,
Everybody
they
does,
get a
yeah.
version of me.
Sure.
My wife gets all of me. Like she gets me unfiltered. Right?
She gets all 9 inches. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Damn,
whatever.
9?
That's what
Yeah.
I heard about it.
Where did I go wrong?
8 and a
Life?
quarter.
Well,
Right.
between the two of us, we equal 1 of John.
Hey, there we go.
You're welcome.
All right.
I'm married. Sorry, ladies. Sorry, Alabama. You're
so,
out.
So them 3 girls.
I've
we
got
get,
2
we-
rings: a marriage ring, a marital ring, and a cock ring. One of them fits.
Special ordered.
So what you're telling me is those 3 girls in the past, we gave them what we could call the John.
Basically.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mean, except for the discharge.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we gave them the discharge, not John.
I got my own pug. The John. 2 D's are better than 1.
That's right. You know, sometimes you get the Kentucky snowplow. Next time you get the John.
Is it time to switch to Jack?
You got some good material on here, I think.
What a night.
Hell yeah. I like it.
Fuck. I need to do this more.